Is this gold crunch a good thing or a bad thing for the game? I'm going to talk about that in this video, plus some other news. Let's go.
Valley Flyer.
Hey, what's up all you Valley Maniacs? Valley Flying here. I am back, and today I wanted to talk about something that's been bothering me about this game for a while, and that is with all these bottlenecks, is this gold crunch actually a good thing or a bad thing for the game? Obviously, you could see Foxnick's logic. They want to make more money, but the question I really want to pose is, do you think that this gold crunch is actually enabling them to make more money, or are they making less money because of it? I'm going to give my thoughts in this video, as well as play devil's advocate a little bit, and we'll see if what you guys think, because I don't really have a definitive answer right here. I do have some opinions, but I do want to hear from you guys on what you guys think about this gold crunch. Before I get to that, there are a few news items that I have not covered in a video yet. I've talked about a bunch of them on live streams, but I know not everybody is able to be around for the live stream, so I did want to cover them in this video. There's a few bugs that's going on as well. Before I get to them, I do want to talk about BlueStacks 4 a little bit faster as far as what I could tell from the old one. So if you want to check that out on your computer, click on the link in the description, and there is some cool Valley Flying merch on the TeePublic site. All right, so this was updated earlier today. These are still the known bugs that are in the game. I like this update, but a lot of different bugs. So most of them have been solved. There's ones here, but this one is still not solved. Looking for reports, players not receiving their 7-day calendar and 30-day achievement awards. Now, I know I haven't received my 7-day calendar. I've just received that day one for ever since the update dropped. There is an update on that. Was updated this morning by the dev team. This is something that they posted. We're still looking into a fix for the issue for players who are experiencing the bug. We hope to have one out in the next few days. So that was posted this morning. So hopefully before this Loki Blitz comes on the 4th and his orb drops, we will get reimbursed for the premium orbs, and then they fix anybody that hasn't gotten the 30-day awards as well. All right, a red bug notification with the showing on the milestones with nothing to redeem. So this was actually, you guys actually told me about the fix for this on the live stream. Now, it is a bug. It shouldn't be like this, because if we go into this milestone, actually, whenever there is a red dot like one of these here in the milestones, you click on it, you go here, and there's nothing to claim. Well, the reason for that is because it is in this alliance section. If you go in here in your alliance donations, now if you have any of these boxes to open, that's why that red dot is there. Why is it in the section for milestones and not in the alliance section? I don't know, but hopefully that's something that they fix. When you see a red dot here, you know you have to claim your alliance donations. All right, let's get to the data mine. This was done last week, right after the update came out. And some of these things have already happened. Venom orbs, we've got those already. Alpha raids, these came out on Friday, and these are a lot harder than I originally thought. I did the first couple nodes, and I'm like, oh, this is not that bad. I think it's actually harder than the Ultima 6. It's the hardest raid in the game right now. I don't mind hard raids, but I don't think... I've seen people saying that there's not enough energy to complete all the nodes. I haven't looked at it myself, but it sounds like it's pretty accurate, because there are a lot of nodes to complete. I think you're going to have to spend to complete it to get it to 100%, or at least some of your alliance will have to. Looks very hard, but those came out, and there's also reports that the teams that you see on the preview are not the actual teams that you're going to face. I haven't paid attention to it too much myself, but that is something that's being reported around as well. So check that out, see if it's like that in the game. All right, Alliance donations, we know about that already. I've talked about that. Stark Tech looks pretty good. I like how they do that. If you donate to 10K per day and the rest of your alliances does that as well, you get all of that back. Mystique coming to Villains 5-6. And it looks like it is happening later this week. I thought there was a date here earlier about October 4th, but I don't see a date in this latest data mine. So it looks like it is happening later this week. Hopefully, we'll cross our fingers for that. Lockout on raid key generation when switching alliances. This is something they should have done in the past. I'm glad that they've done that just to keep people from exploiting that. Ultimate, the costs for these have gone up, costs more gold now, and uses more T4 abilities. Yeah, not a great thing, but whatever. Right here, energy subscription. This looks pretty interesting, that you'll be able to subscribe to energy. Now, it looks like from this data mine, they have 3 different ways of doing it. They have a special that you receive 100 Thor shards with your first purchase. You get a first month free, and then this one you get nothing. So maybe more A, B, and C testing on the way with this energy subscription. And I guess how good that will be will depend on how well it sells, as anything does. All right, ability placeholders, Juggernaut, Sabretooth. Pyro has been found as a placeholder as well. We know about Mystique, so there's one more Brotherhood of the Mutant character coming to the game. Who do you think that'll be? Blob, Toad, Quicksilver. Those are my top 3 candidates. Who do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Also got word of Carnage and Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm not super familiar with the comics and how Ultimate Spider-Man is different from the normal Spider-Man. I'm not sure if that is Miles Morales or not. I asked that on the live stream. I'm not sure what the answer is, but that has also been rumored. So cool stuff there. All right, let's look at the kit for Mystique. She looks like a pretty interesting character. Shapeshifter, skilled at disabling stealth targets, manipulating enemies into attacking each other. So her ultimate skill looks very much like Loki. As far as the actual effect of it, I think the animation will be different. It looks like she's going to actually shapeshift into that target and then have something happen with an attack. All right, so her basic bonus attack X amount of times for X amount of damage, copy positive effects from target to self. That looks pretty cool. Reminds me similar to Yondu's passive. All right, special attack primary target for X amount of damage, X amount of chance to attack each stealth target for X amount of damage, and remove stealth. So that is pretty cool. So hard counter to the shield team and any other characters that go into stealth. If there's no stealth target, gain stealth on self. So interesting. I think that is a cool mechanic. I am looking forward to see if it works as good as I think it will in actual gameplay. Ultimate, attack primary target for X amount of damage, then shapeshift into target, trick enemy into attacking primary target for X amount of damage, then gain speed up. So you're not getting that defense down like with Loki, but you are getting one of the enemies to attack another enemy. So pretty cool. And then her passive, dodge chance on spawn, gain evade if Magneto is an ally. So already talking about the synergy with Magneto. This will be extended for the duration X positive on him and self by 1. So interesting stuff. And then her traits, villain, global, mutant controller, Brotherhood. So the Brotherhood tag getting added as well. Let me know who you think that 5th is for that. All right, Dark Dimension. This stuff looks very, very hard. Very hard and insanely hard are the two place cards that we have about this. So there's not even a hard level. It's just very hard and insanely hard. So I still am looking forward to reviving that. I don't think I'm going to be unlocking Ultimates anytime soon. But we will see. Dark Dimension, more stuff about this. These are with your Stark Tech upgrades. You're getting up to a 20% boost based on the Alliance level and based on how much Alliance credits you get as well. I think this is a pretty cool system. And then just more maps for Venom. Let's go over back to my main account and talk about this gold situation. All right, so now that we're kind of caught up on some of these recent event guys, I wanted to post All right, guys, so now that we are caught up with all of the recent events that I didn't cover previously, let's go in and talk about gold, because I think it is a huge bottleneck in the game. Obviously, there's many people that want more gold. I am one of them. I can't fully build my roster, and when a new character comes out, I can't fully utilize that character just for the fact that I don't have the gold. Even my A team is not fully built up yet. You can see I have Captain America, Yondu, but I don't have Quake, Gamora, Hawkeye. I mean, the rest of them, most of them are not level 65 just because I don't have the gold for it. Now, there's a few bottlenecks in the game. The first is with these ability materials, but you also, instead of just ability materials for this ability, you also need gold. So you need gold for that. Now, the only thing you need to bring them up in level is gold. So one thing that you definitely need gold for is the leveling. Another thing you need to build characters is the gear. So that is another bottleneck, all the gear. And a lot of the characters that you really want to build are going to end up having that same gear. When I'm trying to build the shield team, I'm farming the same like 3 pieces of gear for most of them. And everybody's using it, and just a long farm. So you got that bottleneck of the gear, but you also have to, if you want to craft a gear, you have to spend some gold on that. And as far as their star level, their rank, the shards are definitely a bottleneck that you have to farm the shards, but then a lot of gold to rank them up to the max level. So a lot of gold is required for everything. Plus, if you want to go into the supply shop and do one of your daily objectives, buy 3 things at the supply shop, you need to spend gold. You could definitely buy those minimal purchases for the cheapest one, and you'll get more gold back from your daily objectives. But if you want to buy anything that really will benefit your characters a lot, you need to spend a bunch of gold, like these advanced basic catalysts, one of the huge gear bottlenecks in the game right now. But any of these other things, any of these purple or blue gears that you might need for your characters, it costs a pretty significant amount of gold considering how scarce it seems. Now, as far as playing Devil's Advocate, you're probably getting more gold per day if you average it out through your whole span of playing than most people think you do. So if you want to see how much gold you're actually getting per day, you could go into your achievements, look at how much gold you've spent. For me, it's a little over 130 million gold so far, and I've played for 225 days. So if I divide that, I have gotten about 578,000 gold per day. That's with all the events, blitzes, and everywhere else where you earn gold. For most people, it's going to be about 500. Some are going to be less than that. Some are going to be more than that. But it averages out, if you play this game long enough, to about 500 per day, which is more than most people think. So one thing is that we're getting a little more gold than people think. But even with that, I still don't think it's enough. So let's go and talk about the positives and the negatives of there being such a crunch on the gold. I guess the number one thing is that's kind of what this game is about. Having limited resources, spending it on the characters that you want to rank up. And for me, that's part of the fun. But, you know, when gold is such a bottleneck in every single aspect of character development, not just the shards or the gear or the ability materials, but having gold be a requirement for every single thing, seems like it's a little much, for me at least. You know, and one thing that it does is it slows down the game. Now, you can make an argument for the positive and the negative side for that slowing down the game, because if you got everything to fully max level, I mean, how much interest would you have in the game? I mean, some people would be because they could just dominate. Other people, the experience of the game is more about building the characters. So if everything's already built, not as enjoyable. And for me, it was like that in Future Fight, when at one time my roster was pretty much maxed out or very close to it, at least for my main characters. And just there wasn't a lot to build. Some of the newer characters were coming out, and I was thinking, I don't need these newer characters to pass any content in the game right now. So just slowing down the game is not necessarily a bad thing. But you know, some people don't like it, so it could be on the positive or negative side. Now, as far as actual spending, which bottom line is what this is done for. This is Foxnext wants you to spend more money, so they limit a lot of the resources. And if you want to get stuff quickly, you need to spend money. You could farm it and wait it out like most people, or you could spend a bunch of money. I've chosen to wait out a lot of stuff and spent some money, but not a lot of money on this game. And the question I'm actually asking, because for me, it's discouraged some spending to have such a crunch on everything. I'll show you my characters right now. Now, I was very hesitant to buy Venom, knowing that he would be farmable in less than a week, and knowing that I didn't have the resources to really build him up to a good testable level. But I did spend that just so I could make the video. I liked his animations. But this is where I've gotten him right now. He's probably going to stay around here for a little bit. And that's just because I'm working on my shield team. I'm working on my defenders team. I still have to build up my A team. I haven't went back and started working on them since I started working on the shield. So a lot of stuff to do. We have Mystique coming out later this week. And there's just so many characters. Scarlet Witch, I haven't even ranked her up. Storm, haven't really built her. A bunch of these characters. Miss Marvel, a lot of these newer characters that push really hard for in Blitz and just not anything to do with it. Is that encouraging more spending? For me, I don't think it does. I think with the way I spend money on this game, if I wasn't making content for Venom, I wouldn't have bought that pack. Plain and simple. I know there's some people that would have anyway, but for me, I would not have. So I think, at least for me, this gold crunch is making me spend less money. What is it doing for you? I want to hear from you guys. Am I alone here, or does a lot of other people feel that they would spend more money if the resources were not as grindy and not as much of a bottleneck in the game? So as far as possible solutions, obviously they could give more gold in some things. They could have this payday event return more often is one thing. They could increase the gold that they give in the raids or in Blitz. Maybe give out more gold in Arena as one of the rewards for that. Maybe in some of the orbs. But here's another possible solution. I'm thinking as far as the requirement for these stars. One way I see to fix this is you're already farming the shards of this, and it's already tough to get these shards. It takes a while. One possible solution is to not make it cost as much money to rank them up, because you're already having that huge bottleneck with getting the shards. It does not cost a lot for this gear when you're doing one gear at a time. It doesn't cost too much for these abilities. It does cost for the leveling, but you're not spending any other resources that other than gold. But this, I think it costs a lot. Now, I went through my roster and just looked at the cost to rank up characters of the guys that I've already gotten shards for. And you can see it starts there with Kingpin, and there's a bunch of other characters. Kree Royal Guard, Ant-Man, Scarlet Witch, Iron Man. One of the events that I got into didn't get him to 6-star, but I got the shards for 6-star. Still haven't spent the gold on him. Riot Guard, Nebula, I mean, there's a bunch of them. When I calculated all in total, it came out to 3.29 million just to rank up the characters that I already have shards for. Seems a little high for me. What do you guys think? I don't know. You need gold for a lot. That's one solution. Do you guys have any other solutions for the gold crunch? Or maybe no solution is necessary. Maybe I'm in the minority and people think this is a little better for the game, and maybe it's making Fox Next more money. Because ultimately it is a for-profit game, and Fox Next is in it to make money, and we play it because we have fun, and sometimes we spend money to give us more fun, and that's ultimately what the game comes down to. All right, so that is what I think, guys. I think the gold crunch is real, and as a player, I am not liking it. I think you could bottleneck other things and not just gold for every single thing. But as someone that wants this game to go on for a while, I see why they do it, but I'm not sure if it is the most profitable thing for them to have a bottleneck at so many different areas. So let me know what you guys think, though, guys. I don't have all the answers as far as this. There's a big community watching this, and you guys probably have way better answers for this than I do. But I do want to hear from you. I did offer some solutions. Maybe they will watch them and take them. Maybe they won't. And maybe they may or may not be watching this and looking at the comments. So definitely leave your comments in the section down below. If you guys did like this video, please subscribe to the channel and smash on that like button. Tell all your friends, share this with everybody you know, tell your alliance, and let's get them commenting on this issue or potential issue. Maybe you guys aren't having as much of a problem with it as I am. But let me know what you guys think, guys. I am very looking forward to hearing from all of you. I do read all your comments. Discord, you can reach out to me on there as well. And I'm live streaming tonight, a little earlier than usual. So check that out. Both dual cast on Twitch and YouTube. So hopefully I will see you guys tonight. Before you guys go, I do remind you that you guys should be putting into training, saying your prayers, and taking your vitamins, dude. I'm Valley Flying. I will see you guys next time. Valley Flying out.